It started with a quiet, empty space in my head. A heart that only knew the music and dance of pain. Man, am I happy to be home. I often think, will I ever be forgiven, O Lord? I searched for peace in every corner I could. I rummaged through the darkest parts of my mind, hoping to find an off switch or mute button. I searched and searched for a reason to keep going, but all that was left was me, broken and empty. On and on it went, in and out of pain and shame. Will I ever be forgiven, O Lord? There was no running, no rest, no respite, no relief, no way to shut out the beckoning abyss in my dreams. My days weaved into one another, and I yearned for the end. I longed for a permanent silence. Will I ever be forgiven, O Lord? My reflection in the mirror held no promise, just broken shards of glass that pretended to be whole. I wrestled with the thoughts that sought to drown me. My body, it convulsed with rage and regret. I tried to fight them off with my bare hands, but they always won in the end. Will I ever be forgiven, O Lord? The guilt wrapped itself around my fingers and my thighs like the tendrils of a creeping plant around a dying tree. Nothing came from all my wishing and my wanting, only the loudening drone of the ever-racing mind filled with visions of war and blood and death. The memories haunt me day and night, the screams, the blood, the endless fight. I wonder if I'll ever find peace. Will I ever be forgiven, O Lord? Can I be released? Who am I amongst you? In my head was the constant tumbling of violence, and my eyes became a sanctuary for tears that never stopped. I tried to shout it out. I tried to bleed myself of the past, but the memories lingered in my skin and in my scars, my many war scars. Will I ever be forgiven, O Lord? With every passing second, my reflection stayed the same. Peace seemed to have finally eluded me. All around lay the evidence of my trespasses, the shallow, cold, and transient delights of my existence. Is forgiveness a possibility? Who knows? Empty bottles of fleeting pleasure strewn about the void that was slowly closing in on me. A testament of many failed attempts at finding release. Still, I searched for deeper waters to bury myself in. I looked among the rubble for my salvation, but it was nowhere in sight. Is forgiveness a possibility? I hoped that the false solace of drunkenness would be enough to keep my demons at bay. I was wrong. I was wrong. They came for me anyway. Lord, if you're there, please forgive me. I woke up to the smell of blood and defeat, my fingers a reminder of all the lives that had met their end at my hands. Try as I might, I couldn't wash out the stain. I stared at what I had become, my hands, corrupted by all the decisions that had brought me here. I was gripped by the same fear that had plagued me all along. The stench clung to my nostrils until the air felt too thick to breathe. Lord, if you're there, please, please forgive me. Of the one who I knew had come to save me, but the human eyes were too weak to behold his glory. His light made it impossible to run or to hide before him. All my iniquities laid bare. And in the midst of that light, I heard a voice call to me to lay down all the burdens that once held me bound. At the sound of his voice, I surrendered all, finally able to truly let go and be free. Slowly I followed the soothing waters of his voice, head bowed and knees to the ground, as he led me out of the devil's jaws into the warmth of his eternal embrace. I am forgiven.